Okay, so as you can see, we have a 7x9 piece of cardboard from an Amazon box, and we are going to create a mixed media piece of art, an encouraging piece. And so I just wanted to show you a few things, examples of what we might use on it. This one is just, it's a Bible verse, but I'm going to print out some words like praise, thanksgiving. I have some book pages here from an old cookbook. I have another book here somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, I have another book here that's Select Readings and Recitations. It's an old book too, but I bought it at Goodwill, and I bought it specifically to use on pieces of art. So, and it's kind of a neat book because it has different things about the gospel and scriptures and things like that in it that I can incorporate into the art. So I have that. Then I have a bunch of things a bunch of pieces of a bunch of cutout images of papers and things that I cut out from the internet. All you have to do is go on the internet and search for flowers, butterflies, whatever kind of images you want, and you can print them out, and then you can use them later on. It's free. You can use them in your own personal stuff. Some of it is copyrighted, so you can't use it in something you might want to sell without permission from the artist. But you can always look for things that are copyright free or free images to use. I love this. This is Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So I like that. I thought this one is pretty. It looks like watercolors. This one is one where I actually printed out a black and white line drawing that was on the internet, and I colored it myself with some markers that I have that look like watercolors. So I also have a couple of background papers that are left over from other projects, but you don't have to have these. You can use scraps or pages from magazines, old printouts of old junk mail that you don't want to keep. You can do anything you want to get your printed background. Now my main message for this page, this little page, is going to be this: you are a hiding place for me, you preserve me from trouble, you surround me with songs of deliverance. And then I just printed out some of these others to show them to you. Now these are printed on cardstock, but you don't have to print them on cardstock. What I do is, in my free time, I collect quotes. So, and then I print them out on pages like this, with different fonts and things like this, and that way when I get ready to do a page, a lot of times I can find a quote without having to do a major search because I've already printed it out. So I just go through and look at my pages that I have, and I keep them in a folder. So those are the things that we're going to use to make this page. I am keeping this page this little piece of art very simple on purpose, because I know this is a time right now where we're not really allowed to run out and buy supplies and things. So I'm not going to use anything that is not what you probably would have around the house. These are just other little scraps of paper. These are pages from a book that I colored with some paint a while back. This is a print that I made using different colors. It's part of a print. It was a whole page. There's another part of it. And so you can see how the colors just kind of go together, and I have decided I want to do a color theme. But you don't have to, because you can do this however you want to do it. So what I basically do when I'm going to do something like this, the other thing you will need is, if you have a glue stick, that's great. If you don't have a glue stick, you could use ModPodge, or if you don't have ModPodge, I'll include a link below that has a recipe for how you can make some using Elmer's glue, or school glue. and a little bit of water, and you can create some glue that you can use to do this. And I thought, you know what? I'm getting so many things delivered on these in these Amazon boxes right now, and I hate like anything to throw them away, but I can't fill up my garage with them either. So, see if I can straighten this out a little bit. So I decided to see what I can make with them. I'm going to start out by collaging some things onto this paper, onto this cardboard. Now, when you collage, of course, you can do whatever you want in terms of pages and shapes and stuff like that. I like torn edges. A lot of times I'll use these edges on my, or straight edges, just to get against the edge a little bit, but I really like torn edges. So if I tear it, then I put it over there, and maybe put another page over here. So basically what I'm doing is just doing a layout right now to see what it looks like, and then I'll decide exactly what I want to use on the page. I may or may not use a lot of this stuff, so I just got a bunch of it like that. And once I've got it laid out, then I will take it off and put it back on the page. And you want to overlap and just have a lot of fun with laying this out so that you get stuff going different directions, and you have different images. I have this one. I want to use this, so I'm going to do a fussy cut of this real quick, and I'll just give you an idea. You don't have to cut out every single little thing on it, but when you're doing fussy cutting, you're basically just cutting around the edge. Remember when you used to cut things out when you were in school and stuff? I always loved cutting things out. And generally what I'll do is just hit it with a rounded out cutting, because that's much faster, and then you come back and snip off the little sections. Now you notice I'm not moving the scissors, I'm moving the paper. Okay, and that makes it a lot easier. You're not constantly, moving your hand around with the scissors and everything. So a little bit of this wood grain paper. And just tear some sheets off of, pieces off of it.